this is Alessandra. Welcome to my home, welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to make a super simple, delicious eggplant. It's more of a, not a main meal, more of a side dish, great for appetizers, really quick to put together, and it also cooks quickly in the oven. So the first thing I'm gonna do is gonna go put my oven on 400 and I'll meet you back here. Let's get to the ingredients, okay? I have two beautiful eggplants. What you want to do, you want to make sure that the stem is green, so that means they're fresh, and you want to make sure that they're nice and hard and a shiny black. Okay, and then we're going to have extra virgin olive oil. I have about a pound of cherry tomatoes, okay? I have 5 cloves of garlic. One is very large. You could use less garlic, a little bit more. I have about 10 basil leaves, and I have Parmigiano, I have Pecorino Romano, but you could use a Parmigiano Reggiano too, which I'm going to grate over. And I have sea salt right here. So what I'm going to do is slice my eggplant. I also wrapped a cookie sheet with aluminum foil for simple cleanup. The first thing I'm going to do is drizzle some oil on the cookie sheet. And then with a brush, or if you don't have a brush, just use a paper towel. You bunch up a paper towel and just use the tip to spread the oil on your cookie sheet. Stems I'm going to remove, and I'm going to slice the eggplant not so thin, but not so thick either. I'm going to be leaving the skin on, okay? Take a look at, I'm gonna show you the size that the eggplant should be. And I'm gonna go ahead and slice them both. The eggplants are all sliced in a large mixing bowl. I'm going to just put them all in, and now it's time to add the extra virgin olive oil. What you want to do is coat them all around. I'm gonna say I'm using about a quarter of a cup, maybe a little bit more, okay? That's up to you. But you wanna make sure that the eggplant is all nice and coated. And also what I'm going to do is, right now, is sprinkle the salt everywhere too. I'm using about a teaspoon of salt. The eggplants look like they're nice and coated. Take a look at that. Okay, so now the next thing I'm going to do is just place them on the cookie sheet. Okay. Oh boy, I think they're all gonna fit. Okay, wonderful, perfect. Now try to fix them accordingly, but they're perfect. They're all fitting. Okay, great. Now to the next step. Okay, cut your tomato in half, and what we're going to do is we're going to just place 2 tomatoes, 3 tomatoes. I mean, it's up to you how many you really want to put, okay? And I basically do everything right over. Do you want to do it beforehand and just prep it in a plate? Absolutely. I just cook right over my food. It makes it easier. So always so many things to do at once, so it's just easier to do this. Plus, you're not dirtying up the cutting board. Now it's time for the garlic. You could chop it on a chopping board or in a little food processor. What I like to do is just hold it like this, do many cuts on top, and then go across. Down to the last garlic. You could also use garlic powder, but I really like the fresh garlic. But it's up to you. If you don't have the fresh garlic and you have the dry one in your pantry, it makes a nice mixture with the extra virgin olive oil. You could already put it in the bowl with the salt, the garlic powder, and the extra virgin olive oil. That's an excellent idea too. Okay, we're done with the garlic. Now let's move on to the fresh basil. If you've seen my other tutorials, you know what I do. I'm gonna bunch it up, right, and just cut it with the scissor. Now the final step is the Pecorino Romano. Again, Parmigiano Reggiano is just as good on it, but I like the Pecorino Romano. And it's a locatelli, which is really a delightful cheese. Okay, and I like this grater because it makes it almost in little shreds. And you'll see once it comes out of the oven. Now, last little touch is a little drizzle of the extra virgin olive oil. Okay, it's ready for the oven. Middle rack on 400, and we'll check back in 15 minutes. 15 minutes in, I can smell the eggplant, the cheese. Take a look. Take a look how the tomatoes are cooking, so they're shriveling up. And let's leave it in till 35 minutes have passed. Let's take a look. I think it's ready. Look at this. Okay, wonderful. Let them cool down just 5 minutes or so before you plate them so they don't break apart. But isn't this wonderful? You could even skip the cheese and make them vegan, or you with the cheese, it's a vegetarian meal. And they're delicious. I'm going to taste them. I got to taste them because I need to share the joy with you. Oh, delicious. Please, if you like what you see, try the recipes, subscribe. Most importantly, make these recipes. They are really delicious. This is part of my everyday cooking, and my family enjoys it. Take care. See you soon. Arrivederci. Un bacione. Ciao, ciao.